Hello Peak Performer, welcome back to the monthly planning series Plan With Me, this time for the month of January 2023. I wish you a really happy, healthy, adventurous and exciting new year, the year 2023. I hope you have a lot of exciting plans and goals for yourself in order to make this year the most exciting and the most successful year yet. I'm really excited that you are here and super grateful that you spend the time with me every single month in order to reflect on the previous month and plan for the next month. This is exactly what I have been doing officially together with you in this video series since October 2021. All of the different journaling prompts that I'm sharing with you are based off the Peak Performance Planner that you can buy on Amazon, but you don't need to use the planner in order to do this with me. You can simply take a piece of paper and a pen and get started. And this works in a really very simple way. You can basically just sit down here with me. I'm going to share with you a couple of different journaling prompts in order to reflect on the previous month. And then I'm also going to share with you a couple of different journaling prompts in order to plan for the next month. Besides sharing these different journaling prompts, I am also sharing insights with you about my life and about what I am setting myself up to do in order to give you some insights into how I reflect on these questions and also to hold myself accountable to you. So I'm super excited to get started. You see that today I'm a little bit in a different office because I had to improvise and I've been procrastinating about recording this video because I had to improvise. I do not have a tripod at the moment because I had to leave it at Mexican airport security because it was in my hand luggage and it was considered a weapon and I didn't want to bring it back and check it in. So I'm waiting for my new tripod to arrive. So I have this very interesting setup today, but I didn't want to obviously miss, especially in January, to record this video with you. So I'm super excited to get started and I would say, let's do it. So let's jump into the journaling prompts for December 2022. And the journaling prompts are: what did you learn this month? What are you grateful for? What can you celebrate this month? What's your biggest insecurity? What would your life look like if you would let it go? How did you spend your free time this month? And finally, what are your 3 most common stress triggers? Brainstorm ideas for each on how to overcome them. I think this is a really great question, by the way, especially for January. And then the journaling prompts for the month of January are: number 1, my goals for the month of January are. Number 2, my self-care goal for this month is. And then finally, make this a task as well. Plan your month ahead. So make sure that you're opening up the calendar on your computer or maybe a physical agenda that you have bought or calendar, and make sure that you are planning your month ahead and that you're actually putting in the different goals that you have for each week in order to make sure that you're actually doing them. So that's all I wanted to share with you to start off this video, and now we jump into some insights on what I've been up to in December of 2022. Okay, I'm super excited to jump with you into the different questions because if you have been watching my videos or if you are following me on Instagram, you know that I spent almost my entire month of December in Mexico. And yeah, I'm super excited to share some insights with you. So the first question is, what did I learn this month? And the first big learning is that it is possible to take a month off or to work from a different place or to just make it happen. And this is something that I've never done in my life before, where I took a huge chunk of time out of my busy schedule in order to travel and disconnect. And at the same time, I also worked a little bit. So it was a little bit of a mix of taking a large chunk of time off while also kind of working remotely and making sure that everything is still working smoothly. And it worked, and it was super exciting for you, and it does make me super excited for the next coming years because I am definitely planning to do this on a more regular basis, where I'm actually traveling for a month and I'm working as well, and just discover new places and connect with my favorite human beings. And yeah, so that was one of my biggest learnings for the month of December. And the other big learning and takeaway that I had was that 2023 is going to be big. I am so excited for this new year. December really helped me to reflect on how far I have come. I'm almost 4 years in business now. I'm moving with really big steps into year number 5 of my business, and I'm so excited for it. I feel like I've never been ever as confident as I feel today. I'm never as trusting as I feel today, and it's all a process. And I think one of the biggest learnings for me always is to trust the process and to just know that everything is going in the right direction, and changing my physical location as well and creating that space to reflect was super powerful and super exciting. And that is also what I'm super grateful for, which is the second question in today's video, which is, what am I most grateful for this month? And obviously I am super grateful, and I know that I am in a super special position to take a month off and to travel, to be obviously able financially to afford this. So I'm really grateful for financial freedom, for financial independence. I am super grateful for my partner that I traveled with. I'm really grateful that he is off for a month as well, and that we can do this together, that we have this experience together. I don't take this for granted at all, and I'm just so excited and so happy about all of this and about all of these different developments. Mexico was absolutely beautiful and exciting. I do have a story highlight on my Instagram if you're curious to check it out, what we were up to. But we just did so many different things, and I'm going to share a little bit more in the next few journaling prompts with you about that as well. So the next journaling question then was, what am I celebrating this month? And there's 2 huge wins that I'm celebrating this month that I'm so excited about. Number 1 is that I landed a huge 5-figure corporate deal in December while I was traveling. I was wrapping this up, and I am going to travel this month in order to facilitate a training session for a full day with a corporate tech company team. And I'm so grateful for that and so excited about that. That's a huge win for me, and I'm really excited about the audience. So really celebrate that. And then the second thing that I'm celebrating this month is the first viral reel on my Instagram. Yeah, that happened. I feel like, it's been 4 years now. 4 years where honestly, I have been building so much content. I have been posting every single week. I have been creating podcasts, I have been creating YouTube videos, I have been posting on my Instagram account, and I have it so often that I'm like, oh, this video is so good, or this video is so good, and this is going to be totally going viral, and I know this is it, kind of a thing, and then it never happens. And then I'm in Mexico and I'm enjoying myself, and I'm not thinking anything of it because I'm just doing my posting as I usually do. And all of a sudden something is happening, and I'm just seeing all of these different people watching this reel, and I'm seeing all these likes, and I'm seeing all of these new followers. I honestly thought there was like a break in the system and somebody hacked my account, but I had over 13,000 views on this reel in about 24 hours. I had about 300, or probably more. I had probably like 600 likes and 300 new followers in one day. Never happened to me. So exciting. I was so excited, and I did actually have 2 shorts on my YouTube videos as well. Well, 2 shorts on my YouTube channel that also blew up, that also had over 1,000 and 2,000 views in a day. And so it's honestly finally encouraging me, obviously, to keep going. I've been keep on going anyway, right? But that's a huge celebration for me. 300 people that I can influence in one day. This is why I'm doing this. And so very excited and celebrating that this month as well. The next question is a really good one as well. And the question was, what's your biggest insecurity, and what would your life look like if you would let it go? And I'm really sure I have said that in one of my videos before, but like many coaches and speakers and content creators, I have the insecurity of not being good enough. I think this is super human, and I think a lot of you can relate to this, but I do have that too. You might be seeing me, and you might be seeing me posting all the time, and you might think, wow, Julia is so confident and she's so good, right? But I need to trust in that as well, and it took me a really long time to step into that self-worth. I think, again, I also shared that in one of my videos a long time ago, that I had this leader once telling me that I'm not a good public speaker, and I feel like that was in my head for such a long period of time. And I feel like now, after 4 years of creating content every single week, I'm obviously a lot more comfortable in front of the camera, and I'm trusting more that I'm actually good enough, and it's coming with experience, and it's coming with pushing through and making yourself uncomfortable and challenging yourself. And yeah, I feel like that's my biggest insecurity, and maybe was, and I'm really working through that. And I'm really excited about what's to come, because as I told you, I think 2023 is a big year. I've never felt so confident. I've never felt so strong in everything that I do, and I'm so excited to see what's happening. Then the next question is a perfect question for December 2022, because I obviously was traveling, and the question was, how did I spend my free time this month? And as you know, I was traveling. I went to Mexico for a month with my boyfriend, and it was just absolutely phenomenal. There are so many amazing things that happened. We created so many new experiences. We, for example, rented dirt bikes, which I had never done before, for 2 days, and I had a blast. And we went running on the beach. We were whale watching all the time. It was absolutely stunning and beautiful. We had amazing food. We had amazing cocktails, and it was just a really interesting experience to be at a place for longer, because I do believe as well that you get to know the culture in a totally different way when you are obviously traveling for longer. And I really loved Mexico. That was really nice. And then finally the question, what are my 3 biggest stressors and how can I overcome them? I really loved this question this month, and I did spend some time sitting with these questions, which is oftentimes what happens when you are journaling, which is why I really encourage you to sit down and write them down. I oftentimes try to do journaling prompts in my head as well, and honestly, I never finish the thought because we are getting so easily distracted that I find it so much more powerful to write it down. So do that as well. So here are my 3 biggest stressors. Number 1, I feel like I don't have time, or there's too much to do. I think you can all relate to this as well. Yes, I also, as a stress management coach and trainer, sometimes feel like I have not enough time in the day to get everything done. And I think what has really helped me is to stay present with these thoughts and to be like, okay, this thought is coming up, but I know better. I know that I actually need to create space to recharge. I need to create space in order to, for example, exercise. That's super important for me, and I've totally neglected that in the last couple of months. And so yeah, so I'm really mindful of that, and I'm not letting those thoughts overwhelm me and just keep me in this unhealthy pattern of working, but I'm actually still staying present and reminding myself how important it is to recharge and how important it is to take a break. The second stressor that I have is social content management. Honestly, I've been really enjoying creating this content, but I am not so enjoying just spending the time to scheduling all of these different things. And I think the biggest learning and the next step for me is to actually hire a personal assistant that helps me with that. I think it is time. I've been doing this for such a long period of time on my own, and I'm really excited to get help with that, which can absolutely be a way of how you can overcome stressors that you have. Hire people, hire a cleaner, hire an assistant, hire a cook, or hire a driver, or whatever you need to do in order to create space for yourself if you have the financial freedom and capabilities. And even if you don't, even if it's just small things that you can hand away to others, will actually help the economy, and it will help you to save time. So something that I'm really excited about for 2023. And then finally, my biggest stressor is, to be honest with you, totally cluttered space and things not being tidy. As I mentioned, I just moved together with my boyfriend a few months ago, and I am a little bit OCD and I want things to be tidy and neat and the way I need them to be in order to work and in order to focus, and he's not that way. So one of the big things that I have learned over the course of time living with different boyfriends, right? I've been in a couple of major relationships over the past 15 years or so. is that it's not important for them, but it's important for me. So instead of getting in fights with them and instead of complaining and getting into this negative energy, I just recognize that it's something that's important for me. And so I will pick up, I will tidy up because it's important for me. And I do obviously still ask for help, and I share sometimes when I would like, you know, household tasks to be shared. But I think I'm a lot more aware that, hey, this is something that I'm honestly kind of enjoy doing. I love when everything is neat and tidy and clean and pretty. And so no, not everybody needs to enjoy that, right? My partner doesn't need to be that way. It's okay for me to just embrace that and do that for myself. So now we are moving into planning for January 2023, which is obviously a super important month in order to plan, because we are moving into this new year and it is a very good time to start to set intentions, to start to set goals and to take care of yourself. And so here are my 5 goals for 2023. Number 1, rebuild my corporate website. Number 2, launch my masterclass. Number 3, launch course sales. Number 4, prepare my one-day corporate event. And finally, number 5, reconnect with major corporate clients in order to close some very important big deals. Very excited for the month. There's a lot to do and it feels like time is already flying by. I think it's especially flying by when you are very intentional, when you're having a lot of things on your agenda. So I want to be mindful as well, obviously, to create space for myself. And I do always have a lot of self-care goals as well. So the second question is, what is your self-care goal for this month? And I always do a detox in January. So I'm not drinking alcohol, I am not eating refined sugar, and I am exercising. I actually got a gym membership and I am really, really excited and determined to finally get back into a good workout routine in order to take care of myself and feel better physically as well. And so yeah, that's my goals for January 2023. And as I already mentioned in the intro, make sure that you are now also taking just a few minutes in order to open your calendar and plan when you're actually trying to achieve and work on these projects and goals that you have. No matter if it is, for example, you want to exercise, block that on your calendar or make plans, right? I feel like it's added accountability for me if I know, hey, I'm going to work out 3 times with my friend or with my partner, or I'm going to these 2 yoga classes. And so I have that on my calendar in order to do that. Or, you know, for example, rebuilding the corporate website or starting the masterclass. All of these different things are marked on my calendar and I know exactly when I'm going to do that, because otherwise time is just slipping away and then in a month from now you're gonna look back and think, yeah, that didn't work out so well and I need to do it again. All right, so be intentional, because time is passing anyway, so why not spend it on the things that actually matter to you? So that's all I wanted to share with you today. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate you. Give me a thumbs up if you're enjoying this video series and leave me a comment down below and tell us what your goals are for January 2023. I am so grateful that you are here, so thank you. I hope that I see you in the next video. Take care of yourself and see you really soon.